Those games, it felt like crack cocaine. It was like ridiculous.
A surge in online gaming is leading to problem betting by young people, especially teenage boys. Parents we interviewed had no idea how bad their child's gaming addiction had become. In some cases, years passed before they found out.
Years, can you imagine? The ABC7 Eyewitness News I-Team has been working on a joint project with ABC News called In on the Action. The high stakes of youth gambling, and Dan Noyes is here with the story. Dan?
Well, Dan and Amma, I had no idea. Some of the games I watch my sons play can lead to serious problems down the road. One San Francisco family shared their story of addiction and recovery with us.
Kurt Freudenberg tells me the first seeds of his gambling addiction were planted when he was just 11 years old. He didn't sneak into some casino, roll the dice, or hit the slots. Kurt found a way to make money selling the cosmetic upgrades he won on first-person video games called skins.
If you have a $50 skin, you can exchange it for gambling currency on a website, basically, and gamble that way.
So it converts into actual money?
Yes.
And at the age of 11, you figured that out?
Yes.
Kurt comes from a home with involved parents. He attended San Francisco's Sacred Heart Cathedral Prep, where his mother still teaches physics.
And we just thought he was playing video games. He was a regular kid, did sports in high school, just regular normal kid, but behind the scenes this whole thing was happening and we had no idea.
Kurt's addiction grew so intense over the years that by the time he reached college, he was gambling online every waking hour on sports, blackjack, roulette, rarely leaving his dorm room.
I wouldn't be tired, I wouldn't be hungry. I wouldn't want to do basic things like shower because I was gambling so much, so I would gamble 15 plus hours a day, just in the action.
He dropped out of college, and that's when his parents made the difficult decision that may have saved Kurt's life, to cut him off financially unless he went to rehab.
He went to a rehab and then that didn't really work, and then he kind of went back to the same things, and then we finally had to just draw the line because he was going down real fast.
So it was a tough year then?
It was a tough couple of years. Yeah, it was really bad.
No matter what they did or what they said or no matter what action they took, I was going to keep gambling. Like if I had to be homeless and continue gambling, like that's what I was going to do.
The Freudenberg's journey illustrates a growing and startling trend. A recently conducted survey of more than 1,000 adolescent boys, age 11 through 17 across the country, found that 36% of boys gambled in 2025, including nearly half of 17-year-olds. Jim Steyer is CEO of Common Sense, a leading advocacy group out of San Francisco who published the study.
I think the clear message for parents here is that you have to have an ongoing discussion with your kids about this all day, about not just media and technology, but now about the gambling factor.
We contacted some of the major online gaming companies for comment, including FanDuel, DraftKings, and BetMGM. They referred us to a trade group, the Sports Betting Alliance, that said youth betting on those platforms is not tolerated.
It is a violation of the terms of service, and we are not here to engage in a conversation between parent or child, but we do communicate very, very clearly, this is a product for adults and adults only.
One of the problems with online sports betting and online gambling in general is it's much harder to verify the age of the person who is doing that compared to if you were to go to the racetrack and try to place a bet there.
The director of Columbia University's Gambling Disorders Clinic tells ABC News they are seeing children as young as 13 with serious addictions that have a similar effect on the brain as drug addiction.
It's a looming public health crisis. In fact, it's already here.
The Freudenbergs hope their crisis is behind them. Kim has launched a nonprofit called Parents Standing Together to spread the word about the risks and harm of gambling for youth. She has also begun holding gambling addiction seminars at Sacred Heart Cathedral and other schools.
So here's what we're going to do, what gambling is and what it does to your brain, how gambling can be dangerous, warning signs of harm, and what to do if you suspect a problem.
And Kurt is in recovery, hasn't placed a bet in 2 years. He's back in college, a psychiatry major. He wants to research gambling addiction and help others who have suffered like he did.
So Kurt, if you could talk to a young person, perhaps even your 11-year-old self, what would you want them to know?
I would tell them that gambling is like a drug. It is the same, it functions on the brain the same as a drug, and it will destroy your life. People are willing to throw away everything they have for gambling, and I know that from firsthand experience. I was willing to discard every good thing in my life just to get another bet.
Seeing him now and where he's at, it must be a pretty good thing for you as a mom.
No, it's really awesome, and I'm so proud of him for speaking out, because it's not easy, right? And we need more people to speak out.
And Kim tells me it's important for parents to add gambling to the list of topics for discussion with your kids. Now, Kurt says he got involved with Gamblers Anonymous, and that's been very helpful as he faces challenges in his recovery.